Great, thank you, Chris. Are going to messages and then the Q&A, some lessons. Thank you everyone for joining us. Here you go. Lessons. Greetings to you, this is Archangel Michael. There is a timeline crossing going on. The way to define that is there's different interpretations. As you see, you're leaving one timeline going to another. Your election is kind of giving your idea that, at least in America, you're giving your idea something is coming. And so you're riding towards it. It doesn't mean you're going to hit it, but it's letting you know that you're going into a new form of life, basically. Whatever might occur, you're still going into a timeline. Not every day a timeline makes itself this known. So, and it can go several different directions. That's just not with that, but also human evolution is, some are saying that they're sick right now that are not. So it's a perfect time to act the part, as you call it. So there's a lot going on with that throughout your world, where it's, yes, they're acting sicker than the world it really is. So, but it's also getting rid of a lot of old timelines. The old world is retiring, as you can see. It's not. It's kind of putting up a fight, but there's only and a lot of those timelines are old, so they're not as strong as they used to be. Like movie theaters are going, things of that sort are slowly breaking down. So in your, yes, the digital age is coming in stronger than ever before. Also, the flying age, basically, flight will become more of a normal. Yes, you have your current flight, well, sort of, but a different type of flight. More space flight, let's put it that way. Or become more of, of course, you have some time for that, but it will be part of your everyday where it never was before. Of course, in your lifetimes, it's going to be a little bit, you'll see the age of it. Let's put it that way. So that's all I have at this moment. I'll see. Greetings. This is JFK. This is a time of awareness. This is the blindfold is on the planet, but it's slowly coming off. The painfulness of that. Of this, or several truths are being slowly revealed, as some are putting out the truth of your shadow government, and see the wounds that they can create. As you know, I've dealt with it. Even if I was allowed to do what I wanted to do, it would have been the end of the world. People would have handled it, but not everyone. Your elite, of course, define their actions as the right move. Of course, because they have a financial hand in it. But overall, if I did survive, if I was not go through something like that, what happened in Dallas, the world might not have. It would have been a better place. But some of your elites disagree. And it's not humanity's choice for that. That was your elite's choice, and they did pay for it, and they still are. As they yes, karma takes some time. So when they start to be revealed, yes, it's going to hurt them over time. Not all of what's happening now has to do with them. It's not all. This is not all of their doing. No, this is also to expose them, of course. Yes, they're taking advantage of it while they can, but it won't last forever for them. As you know, it's a long time to take to take down an infrastructure like this. And you know their days are numbered. Of course, those are a lot of days there. Though. Greetings to you. We are the Arcturians. Greetings. I am greetings to you. To bring, yes, a lighter energy that we've been dealing with for some time now. As yes, there's a lot of heavy truths. Yes, your Anunnaki still have a great deal to unravel about your world. Your elites are, you can say, panicking, not in a physical way, but in an astral way. As some of you are digging into their business. That's why some of you feel worn out. You're having strange dreams. You're feeling paralyzed. Well, because you are bringing an awakening here. Yes, it's not easy as it sounds. Most of your societies, even that some of them are involved, but they just forget. Much of your society is actually involved with it, but when they come back to being human, it all fizzles out. It doesn't bleed through into this reality very well. So that's part of the blockage, though. The idea is to awaken your physical world, the astral world, to both of you blend back together again. And there's a major blockage there. So many astral selves here want more of their physical self to realize what's happening, but the physical self is going through. It's just the blockages are very difficult to break through. You have Britney Spears here, you got sports there, you have a virus here. It's only too much for some to handle. Yeah, you bring in alien energy. You can talk about the elites all you want. Even that, some have difficulty believing. Of course, when you're feeling their fury, that the world's going through right now. So, yes, we're here to answer your questions, whatever.
Hello, greetings, Zion.
Greetings to you.
Thank you for coming in. Blessings to you and the Arcturians.
Yes,
Up first this evening, we have Logan.
Greetings.
greetings.
I would like to know if there are any messages from Astral to me.
One moment. Well, an astral being your one that reads a lot of books, does a lot of downloads, does a lot of consuming information. And it does connect to you in the physical, but much of your physical kind of rejects too much of that. So you can actually, because you spend most of your time in a library, basically. And you don't always want to do that. But so you have other ways for your astral self to give you downloads more packed in together without being many years in the making. So ask for downloads basically from your astral self to where you receive from that. What comes to mind? You might see some Asian energies there. Lessons.
Cool. My second question is, are there any messages from my guides?
There's a lot of Palladian Nordic energies around you at this time. Your energies seem to be very connected to the sun, as a lot of the sun blockages are releasing slowly for the Earth to know more about humanity to know more about itself. For the sun is known to block downloads also, so much of that is it's slowly easing in for people for humans to know more. At least those of you that wish to know more about yourself. It all kind of comes in with the timeline. The timelines go through the sun all the time. So just so if you need a download, connect to the sun. Blessings.
Thank you. Blessings.
Definitely blessings. Thank you for that. Up next, we have Silverclaw.
Hello there.
Yes, greetings.
Greetings. My first question. I would like to know if buying another light would be harmful for my plants and if it would significantly increase my chances of getting caught.
No, I don't believe anyone. Nobody's paying attention right now.
Yeah, it seems that
Do
way.
anything.
Yeah.
So just use your own intuitions. If you feel like maybe I should conceal this more or something, follow that. You know, once you have it, and it's like, yeah, it'd be fine. But if we feel like maybe I should just do something here, then do it. Overall, nobody's noticing anything.
Well, I remember asking if I got like a second tent, like a second entire kit, that my chances of getting caught would be, a little greater. I just wanted to know if that would apply to just getting a second light only and just
No, I
keeping.
think a lot would be okay. The tent, we'll just go with the light right now.
Okay. All right. Would it hurt my plants at all? Just quickly.
No.
Okay. Wow. Thank you so much. I was really wondering that. My second question. Any interesting qualities about me that I may not always be aware of?
No, you have some patience you're not always aware of. Forgiveness. You can forgive others, but you're not always forgiving yourself. So at least in relationship energies. In relationships, you can easily forgive others, but yourself, you're very hard on yourself, I like to see.
Oh, wow. Interesting. Okay.
Yes.
Well, thank you so much.
Yes, blessings.
Goodbye.
Okay, blessings. Up next, we have Christy.
Greetings, I am.
Yes, greetings.
So my first question is, me and my friend Kelly have been channeling back and forth an extra dimensional being. His or her name is E, is what we've called the being, and I didn't know where he or she is from. Can you find his information or her information?
Seems like it's from higher dimensions of spirits. Seems like a Palladian being. Some Arcturian must be a Palladian being. You can say it's androgynous. It has, I say it has no real, no male or female anything. But feel more of a. Not really going into details on that, but feel more of a male energy there.
Do you have an image in your mind of what it looks like?
Just a humanoid. Now, the multi-dimensional, it can turn blue being, no hair, well, on the head at least. Quiet. Sometimes it does appear as a female shapeshifter. Sometimes it shows as a female, as like a Native American, but very elaborate. A lot of colors, a lot of things going on there. Kind of like a goddess. So it takes different forms.
Well, that's really cool. Lots of forms that it takes on then.
Yes. Mostly I would say more of a it's just it's mostly in a spirit form energy, basically. So it doesn't really have a body, but it can change wherever it wants to.
Yeah. Depending on what the energy is that we're channeling and everything.
Yeah, it feels like it's more of a higher 12th dimension.
maybe like a teacher or something that's
Yes.
helping channeling more information?
Not one that's used to a physical reality like yours, yes.
Okay, very cool. Okay, and my second question is, I wanted to know, how am I working with JFK and his family in astral?
There's some connections there, yes, of basically healing corruption on this world. But yeah, you go more lower astral to do that, as you already know. At least as far as you want to go, where you feel safe. It seems like you go to a school in astral, it's a lower dimension astral, but it's like a neutral place, so you don't get attacked. Yeah,
Am I just learning about the energies?
yes. Yes.
Okay, thank you.
Yes. Blessings.
Hey, blessings. Up next, we have Emmy.
Hello, I am.
Yes. Greetings.
Greetings. I was just wondering if you have any messages for my roommate, Frank.
Frank? Hold on.
Yes.
He's used to. I would see like robotic timelines. Some athletic incarnations. Not worry so much about the future. Just concentrate on the now, and you'll manifest what he needs. Sometimes he thinks too much of the future, forgets what he has in the current time. So be thankful for what he has currently. He's not always thankful about those things.
Okay, thank you. And do you have any messages for me from anybody, or especially the Arcturians, for my path?
Yes, your manifestation is. It is going well. It's just not showing itself in the physical as you would like it to its full extreme. But it does seem like you are attracting what is necessary. There is a lot of dragon energies you're connected to. Also, pull the earth, pull somebody out of the ocean of basically bring humanity more into the know. It's a little bit harder than it looks, of course. It seems like there's a big reveal you're working on. They're not showing what it is exactly. It's giant, whatever it is. Of what's being kept away from humanity's consciousness. So, blessings.
Blessings. Thank you very much.
Okay, cool. Thank you. Up next, we have Omran.
Hello, I am.
Yes, greetings.
I want to ask about my dreams lately. I have been having a lot of symbolic dreams and dreams that look really vivid and very much like astral. It just feels like being there.
Yes.
And I met a being who looked like a humanoid bat, like a vampire, but he did not look so awful. He looked good actually, but he was humanoid and he had light, dark gray colors, and he spoke to me about his kind and his civilizations on Earth, and he said that they are still here on Earth in the dream. He said that two of their families are here and such. Is there a message from him? Because most of what he told me, I just forgot when I woke up, and I only remembered fractions of what he told me. But is there any message from him? And if I could get a name, his name, if you could connect to that. He could shapeshift into a bat and then into humanoid form of a bat. And he was with a feline, I think it was.
So yes, they are with most. So when you say they're here, that means that they're, yes, in human form. But they do, they show their colors in astral, basically. So they're here to learn from humanity and their own mistakes. They have made a great. Now this is like an alien being, basically. They made a lot of mistakes on their world, so they incarnate here to not get too much attention as a human. Get a job as a truck driver or something that doesn't get a lot of attention. Not always there to understand spirituality, just to understand their own faults, to not make so many faults, to understand people more clearly.
Mhm.
As alien beings, they didn't really connect to each other that well. They thought they knew who was there around, but they really wasn't understanding it. So yes, you're connecting. You're guiding them here. It seems.
Yes, well, he was really kind just until someone called him a fraud, and then he's just stopped talking. He said, "That's it. I'm not gonna talk."
So
But
they have
there
problems
was
with
some,
their race. Yeah.
yeah, there was someone who called him a prince, and then I found out that he was royal family. So that was interesting.
Yeah, I mean, you can't call him Prince. He's not
Well,
really showing a name right now, but
Prince Bet.
Prince Bat is good. It's good to keep it general. Yeah. But it is, yeah, they come here. They don't want to get. They don't. They're not here as celebrities or anything like that. They're just as your everyday Joes. But they do have a lot of talents here.
Yes, and it was very interesting. He told me how to connect to him. It was very sacred. So I'm not going into that.
Yes.
And my second question is about myself. If there is any message from the being called Sanat Kumara to me, if you could connect to him and his energy.
Well, it seems well before we connect to that. It's like your dreams are opening up because you're connecting more to your Sumerian lifetimes, as there are many stacked on top of each other, one after the other. You also have parallel lives during the Sumerian time frame, meaning you're an Anunnaki being and a human at the same time. So as you dive more into that, you start to heal what your inner darkness, you can say. And there's a cave you're going through within yourself. As for the being that you want a message from, you're very connected to the bird. The bird energy is helping you heal. So you came to a bird world. There have been worlds where there's no birds. Because you had difficulties with them in the past. So now you're reconnected. I know it sounds strange, but you're reconnecting to the bird in this world. Sometimes they're just birds can be sometimes more the one of the most difficult beings to deal with. They are showing some worlds with zero birds, or just keep them off this planet.
Oh, that's interesting. I do remember some birds speaking
Yes,
alien language in one of my dreams, but the recent ones I have had, it is very violent. I'm always fighting monsters in my dreams
exactly.
and defeating them to save friends and others.
Yes.
Well, thank you very much for
Yes.
answering my questions, and
So,
have a good time wherever
yes,
you are.
that fighting has to do with what's going on with the universe.
Yeah, I do figure them out. It's very alien energy.
Yes.
Thank you very much.
Yes.
Okay, blessings. Thank you. Up next, we have Liz.
Hello.
Yes, greetings.
Greetings. Would you like you to tell me if you can see what my frequency origin? So what's my frequency like? Not so I know so it's construct, but
Where you come from before this place, or what
my
way
origin
I feel
before everything the first time.
well, I get
If you can.
Orion. Well, the first thing came through was Orion when it was peaceful. A peaceful Orion, and then things were not peaceful anymore. So what happened is they said they welcomed a lot of beings there that they couldn't. Even if they try to talk, they can't. I can't say. They couldn't trust anymore. So trust became a problem in Orion, and the beings that you can't trust became of power, just like you have in this world, basically.
Yeah.
The criminal is running the asylum, basically.
So was a takeover of the dark side?
Yes. Yes, it was. The Ryans had no idea. Yeah, as I'm even trying to say it. Yeah, it was. Some of it was reptilian, some of it was even Anunnaki. It was a little bit of everybody. Once one group got in, everybody showed up. So now it's like a half peaceful, half war.
So
You went to Sirius to heal from all that. Like you
from
went to Sirius, you went to a place in Sirius that was away from everybody for a while.
Okay.
Is what they're showing me. Yeah, no wonder you have the dogs. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, yeah, yeah. You went to the canines to protect yourself because actually there was a warrant for it. They wanted. Yeah, you're. I believe you're escaping. Is what I get.
Escaping from
From
Orion.
Orion, they were hunting you down. Yes.
Mm.
It wasn't you went to the canines for protection. Let's put it that way.
Mm-hmm. And so you know what? How did I end up here in Earth?
Because of what Orion's effect on this planet. Orion beings hijacked the planet. It wasn't just Anunnaki. That was just the beginning. That was just. It was more Atlantis. It was before Anunnaki. It was more like the Orions played a big role in Atlantis' demise.
Mm-hmm.
They can do it on Orion. They can do it anywhere, and they were right. And some Atlanteans actually welcomed it because they wanted to learn what they can learn from them. So, but most of it comes from Orion. A lot of this universe, it's not just from Orion in this universe, but it's a preview of what the rest of the universe is going through.
Yeah, well, Orion had a supernova, right? That's why they are all over the universe because.
Yes, right. Yes, right. There are other places that are much worse than Orion would ever be. This world's actually a fraction of the problems that are going on right now. It's just you have all the problems here. Usually it's scattered out. This is just all in one place. It's kind of like a UN planet in some ways. It's kind of a neutral zone in some ways, neutral planet in some ways. It's where a lot of beings come here to talk. Of course, they don't get along either. It's like a third world country of planets.
A third world planet.
Yeah, it's like a third world planet. Yeah, to go to Yemen or Afghanistan, where it's a war everywhere. That's where they can have their peace talks. Something like that.
Okay. Thank you so much.
Yes. Blessings.
Thank you.
Hey, blessings. Thank you for painting that picture.
Yeah.
Up next, we have Stephen.
Hello, I am.
Yes, greetings.
Greetings. How are you doing?
Doing well. Thank you.
Sweet. Thank you. Thank you for being here. Much love.
Yes.
I was wondering if you could connect with my astral travels and stuff I've been doing here recently. It's just been all over the field, so I was just wondering what you can tap into and share. I appreciate it.
Well, yes, you're bringing a whole nother council to this Earth, it seems, from the alien realities. You go to other, even here I try to tell. You go astrally to many other alien realities to bring in a council to assist, like a new one, because the Earth is going through a renewal process, and it'll eventually, when you feel, find its way into the physical. Eventually, it seems like also some of the Men in Black energies are releasing the guard. It's not fully released. You would see that, but it's going through a change within itself too. Not majorly, but it's getting less intrusive. Your next year, you'll see more sightings. Right now, the world's going through enough as it is. But more of you'll go into an alien age, basically. The skies will start. It'll be more talked about in the media slowly. As the media start they're told not to take it seriously. They're actually told to not say anything. Some can talk a little bit, but right now it's a no topic. So that's your next event eventually. You're going through this event. Next will be the alien event. At least through conversation, people will be scared and all that. But you got to get that out of their system eventually.
Yeah, definitely. Thank you. Second question is, I'll just leave it open. Just tap into the universe and see what's the strongest energy which has come through. I appreciate it.
Well, you're going, yes, you're connected to your Atlantean guard as a guardian of Atlantis. Even there, you were told to stand down for new energies to come in. You didn't want to make this world into, just a prison at all, but you were protecting a lot of the Atlantean people, but you had to let them learn what they need to learn. And that's what the world is going through right now. So, yeah, you're kind of, I would see that you're here as a Atlantean being, but also you left the planet for a while to allow the tests to come in. Not to say you're guarding it for, to keep negativity out, but just keeping the vibrations at a higher density. But eventually it's like, okay, we're here as long as we need to be. Now we need to go somewhere else. And then the world got tested. And now you are where you are today. That's part of it. Yes, you're very connected to the giants. That's usually what you're always talking to the giants and astral. They might show up in your dreams eventually. Some are Anunnaki, not all. Say the giant beings, and even many giant planets, of course. For information, for knowledge, for society. Sometimes very simplistic, but sometimes simplicity is all that is needed, as you know. It's all simplistic. It just makes it complicated to get to simplicity. So, blessings.
Yeah, definitely. I also got a question for Melissa Hood. She's just wondering, since you're Arcturian, she's just wondering what my connections are. Her connections are with the Arcturians, with me and her. If you can just tap into our history or what you can say, Melissa Hood. Thank you.
Well, yeah, both of you have like feline connections in your past. I mean, it was mostly a feline in the beginning. The Wera, Syria. Arcturian came much later from what we're seeing. That's really where she resonates the most, I see. But funny, you've been an ogre also, and that's what you knew her too, like a fantasy world reality. You like came through a window or something. That was interesting. Kind of freaked her out a little bit too. So, yeah, you've had different more of fantasy type, the Garthian worlds, realities, the two, and that's where I had a lot of Arcturian energy there. That's what she's remembering. Flying, just all different kind of strange things were going on. So, all right, blessings.
Blessings, thank you.
Okay, thank you. Next we have Dragon.
Hi, how you doing? I am.
Yeah, thanks.
I am that I am. So that was an interesting conversation you were having earlier. Is in some ways Earth kind of a world where a lot of beings that couldn't get along, different groups. I'm not gonna say species or anything because a lot of times the different groups cross boundaries of different types of beings. Is it where they came together and said, we're just gonna figure it out here, or we're just gonna kill each other off? We got to solve this problem.
Yeah, a problem that they have not solved, as you can see. So, you can blame humanity for everything, but a lot of it's the universe, not wanting to grow up, basically. So a lot of childishness came into this Earth. They're not letting humans grow, not letting humanity mature. A lot of beings are stopping that because they don't want to mature themselves. So it's kind of it's one of the many planets that are. This is not the only one. There are others. I just don't mention it. That are kind of like hell planets, whatever you want to call it. There are several others that are kind of like neutral, or mostly not neutral. It's like they hold this world hostage so they can get what they want. And society obviously has fall for that. It's not willing to take responsibility. Well, it's not. It's hard to break free of the oppression here. It's kind of like your Nazi regime, actually. Just think of it as an alien regime here, but you can't see them. They're doing pretty good.
It also seems like there's an endless supply of beings with problems that bring it here, and I thought this time is supposed to be more focused on the old souls wrapping it up, but if
Trying to.
new problems are brought along, then
Yes.
that's my
Yeah.
second question is, so I'm kind of like thinking back, what I mean, beyond like the obvious, was there any like long-term purpose that there was when I was picked up and kind of willingly went aboard a gray ship and was interacted with many times by them on the surface and everything? Am I supposed to? I mean, I'm not gonna say supposed to, but is there something I can do in the future, like I don't know, whatever you're allowed to say, that I can do to help when there's more interaction? Like, am I supposed to play some kind of role in that?
Well, with your connection with the Greys, I mean, anytime you talk to them, it's helpful for them. So, of course, you do talk to them telepathically. We're not aware of it. Your astral self. So, what happens? The Greys are kind of like a damaged race. Some would say it's because of the reptilians, and a lot of it's just of Grey's own doing, just like humanity here. It's like they just made a lot of mistakes, and some other being took over them. Where does that ring a bell? So they've been dominated also by other species, not just reptilians. So yeah, you're kind of, I don't know why they show you as like Oprah Winfrey, kind of helping them talk it through, just to help them settle out their differences. Because there's a war between the Greys themselves, just like on this world, the war within your own race. So yeah, the Greys are fighting among each other, brothers, sisters. So you're there on the neutral side of it to heal it. So how you go about that is what you're doing right now, basically. I guess you can say you're Donahue or something like that. Something like that. Blessings.
Thanks, much love.
Thank you for that. Very interesting. You don't hear about civil war among sailing races too often.
Mm-hmm.
Up next, we have James.
Hello.
Yes, greetings.
Hey, can you tell me what types of entities interact with me more during the new and full moons, if anything like that, or just who is around me lately?
There is some art. There's a lot of Atlantean energies around you. The Aqua, the Lemurian / Atlantean beings that you've around. There is some Agarthian fairy energies, of course. Seems like you're releasing a lot of reptilian DNA actually through your work. You're releasing a lot of their uh, energies that are connected to the earth, even through yourself. I do see you bring a lot of sun energies through you, through your own music, through your own self, to heal this planet. So you have like a magician energy yourself. Doesn't mean you do have the capability of breathing underwater for a long time. Of course, you gotta test yourself. It doesn't mean you need to do it, but you do have the capabilities of breathing underwater for a very long time. This shows the aqua person origins. Whatever you want to activate can be activated. Not everybody's here to activate those things.
Oh, do you mean it's possible for me to, like, even in my current lifetime, to breathe underwater like that?
Well, I don't.
For a while.
I mean, if that's something you really want. I mean, if you're passionate about it, you have something you need to do. I don't believe there's a purpose for it. Like if you're in like a movie scenario when you're in a flood and you have to hold your breath for a long time, I believe you can. But other than that, there's probably no reason for it. Unless you want to test it out. I think you have better things to do. You can talk to the water.
Yeah, messages for my guides or my higher selves by my current timelines or future timelines.
There is an Arcturian timeline that you're connected to that will help you with manifestation. It's also you're also connected to an AI energy too that the Earth is trying to bring in. I believe you're healing that energy. Just heal. You're here to heal a lot of future timelines. So the blow isn't what they expect. I believe you also see future timelines to a degree. You have an idea. What I can see. Essence.
Thank you.
Hey, blessings. Up next, we have Colin.
Greetings, I am.
Yes, brings you.
Thank you for connecting tonight. I'm wondering if you have any messages with me or for me.
I'm not sure if you're living by the woods or anything. I see a lot of werewolf energies. In another dimension, of course. It seems like something that you're dealing with an astral.
Interesting.
Probably has to do with something. Yes, your recent relationship that was kind of on fire of the Fire Queen, whatever she calls herself. She's used to that type of kind of a dominant energy. That's toxic. So I feel like you're healing that around her. That's what I see. Like a werewolf, mentally ill energy. That sounds strange.
Yeah. On that note, do you see that her energy ever separating from me?
If
Seems
you
like
want,
she's sticking around. I mean, it's been a long time.
No time soon now. Eventually, yes, maybe. But you're so connected to each other. It's not likely. I mean, it might not be ever, actually, from what it looks like. Spiritually, it seems like she needs you around. Even if you're not it's like, even if you're not around her physically, it seems like you're still around her physically.
Okay.
If that makes sense.
I mean, it's just we've been separated for so long, and I still get messages from her, you know?
Yeah, of course. Yeah, she's not. This is most likely a lifetime thing. I don't think she's going to be able to let you go forever. So you might see her again when she's old and nobody wants anything to do with her. Maybe by then she'll probably figure herself out. Maybe not.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay.
So.
Yeah, I have seen visions of that same thing.
Yes.
Okay. Do you have any messages? If you can tap into my dog, she's been a little strange lately. I'm wondering if there's any messages from her.
That explains a lot. Yeah, that's explained. Yeah, so your dog's taking a lot of what you're going through, but your dog's taking in a lot of what you're dealing with your ex relationship, from what it seems. So yeah, give it a couple week or two. Your astral's very heavy right now. Well, the world is testing everybody, and you're like a doctor in astral, and some of your patients are a little bit erratic right now. They're in panicking, and you're feeling it. So your canine friend's feeling it too. That's what I see right now.
Interesting.
So.
Okay.
All right.
Thank you, I am. Blessings.
Okay, thank you. Up next, we have Marvin. Marvin, are you there? Okay, we'll go on to the next one, and hopefully Marvin gets back before we wrap up tonight, because we only have a few more people to go. Up next, I have Darius. Oh no, here he goes.
Yes, greetings.
Greetings. For my first question, what have I been going through today? I am in the last 2 weeks.
Well, you've been going through a lot of multi-dimensional energies. Yeah, I've been what you call abducted several times this week, it seems. On a friendly note, it seems like you're doing a lot with the Pleiadians recently. Doesn't mean they're going to have alien contact soon or anything, but you are giving them a lot of knowledge. It seems like they desperately need to know what's going on with you. from Earth's perspective. You're downloading a lot of Earth energies, and when you connect to them on ship, they download a great deal from what your experience is. Even if you're living a normal life, doesn't matter. You still absorb a lot from the Earth.
So what was the message that had to do with the dream that I had last night? What was that about that had my coworker involved in the situation with my brother?
Yeah, your coworker seems to be. You have a better connection with your coworker in the higher astral. So you have a totally different relationship with that person. I feel like it's a stronger connection. That person's going through a great deal at this point. So you're bringing your energy closer to your coworker, so you can get through what they're getting through here.
Okay. For my second question, I would just like to get a message on you seeing a companion or the other, I guess, the other races, I guess, well, the female. Do you see me finding somebody that I could jail mess with at some time? And can you tell me how I will find out how I meet that person?
So we made that probably well, we see a genuine connection in a couple of years. You'll meet somebody at a party or some kind of social event. Maybe somebody you just cling on to. You just connect. It won't be instant love or anything like that. It will be a connection of them, which will grow. So it just seemed like it's not going to happen. It'll just happen when you're not even thinking about it. So like you're trying to make something work now, and yeah, it might seem like it's good on paper, but the reason you have that major move or something like that with a certain somebody in this reality, because it's not. It might seem like a good idea, but overall, it's probably. So just do as you feel like you need to do.
Okay. Thank you. Blessings.
Okay, thank you. Up next, I have Daria's question. She asked me to read her first question. She says, "Any messages for me?"
Yes, there just seems to be reptilian timelines that she's releasing from the Earth, like your old, people, the way they think, I see like the old cool dude energies. She's releasing a lot of that. Letting that leave the timeline slowly as it needs to, so you can see a more genuine side of the person. Mostly, she's doing that mostly with the male. It's another reason why she's having difficulty connecting to anybody here, because she's doing that right now. It just, she wants more, help people become more genuine here than just this facade. So, blessings.
Okay, thank you. Her second question, any other messages?
It seems like another version of herself she's been connecting to recently. Seems to be connected to her reptilian side. Partly. Yes, this Earth is going through a major timeline shift. So it's coming. Yeah, so there's a major shift. So it's like a parallel Earth she's connected to. So what the Earth is going, the virus and all that, you can say a parallel Earth is releasing from the planet. You can have several parallel Earths bringing in their timelines, and one she's assisting with the releases, others involved, of course. So, all right, we do that. Blessings.
Hey, blessings, thank you. Up next, we have Kevin.
Greetings, I am.
Yes, greetings.
First, do you have any messages for my guides at all?
It seems like you're changing spirit guide energies, and also to help your health. And always see from your guide just to take things slowly. It will be probably a 2-week radius for you to get your energy back into what you need to. There's also a lot of Venus energies coming in. Venus energies can be very psychedelic and parallel realities. So, like the substance you connected to took you to another reality. I believe you needed to go there though, but once you got there, it's like it was too much. So now you're recuperating.
Yeah,
Well,
so
yeah, you went to a parallel reality that you weren't really prepared for, but it was necessary.
okay. And so like about 2 weeks I should start feeling a bit better.
Maybe before that, just
Like a
juices,
week.
orange juice, things like that. Vitamin C.
Yeah.
things
Yeah,
like
like I think about a week I should start feeling a bit better, right?
Yeah, exactly. Because you have power over your timeline. So yes.
All right, thanks. Is there anything else I should know right now?
What happened is that your chakras got overtaxed. I mean, they opened up, but there's more than what you can handle in this reality. So
Yeah.
now they're going back down to what they need to be. So yeah, they're just powered up, basically. So
Yeah. Okay. Thank you.
with blessings.
There we go. Okay. All right. Up next we have Liz.
Hi, good evening.
Things.
Greetings. I would like to ask what races are in my makeup and if there are any Arcturian genes in my makeup as well.
You have a lot of Andromedan energies. I believe that's the strongest. You have some Arcturian. It feels like the Andromedan is the most complicated side of you. Andromedan reptilian, Andromedan feline, Andromedan human. There's a great deal of that. Of course, you connect with other races too. Syrian vibrations like a 5%. The Arcturian's around 5. Even that can even go to 10% sometimes. It fluctuates. But your Andromeda is most of your core. Now you had other people can connect to other different parts of yourself. But I believe the Andromedan feline is the more powerful energy you're pulling from in this life.
Okay, great. And I had been told once that the upper part of my face was Atlantean and the lower part was Lemurian. Do you see that?
Well, I guess as an interpretation, you can say your knowledge, you're like half Lemurian, half Atlantean. So like your Atlantean was more of your upper chakra, yeah, more of your crown chakra, the download, but your Lemurian self was being underwater, doing Lemurian things. You're mostly a Lemurian being with a lot of Atlantean knowledge. It's just that's the way they interpret it. As your head is, because that's for the knowledge. You're downloading a great deal from the Atlanteans. That's why they said that.
Okay,
So,
thank you very much.
blessings.
Okay, very cool. Thank you. Up last this evening is me. Thank you again for coming in. You mentioned when you first came in about blockages with astral. I'd like to know, is there anything my astral self would like me to be aware of?
Yes, you're part of the Genghis Khan consciousness of you're part of still teaching those ways. Now you're releasing the negativity, but Genghis Khan had much more than just who he was. So you're bringing in a more of the teachings are flowing through you. Actually, there are blockages because people are blocking it. They don't want to know all this. Why would they want? I mean, yes, there was war there, but also Genghis Khan brought peace too. I mean, he might have been a warmonger, but there's a lot of peaceful sides to himself that others just the victim side society. So
No, I came across in a video of one of his generals. I felt from past channelings that I wasn't Genghis Khan per se, but I assisted with bringing his incarnation through like a guardian angel, and I guess I incarnated as well during that time period. There's a general named Subotai. I'm looking to see if there's a connection or if he has a message for me.
well, you're all connected. All the generals, even everyone in the army it was like everybody was Genghis Khan.
Okay.
So you are connected to consciousness. You are connected to that the philosophy. It's still here. Because there's so much knowledge that the Earth could not handle what he was here to bring. But he did rebuild basically modern societies founded from him. Still, and so you're just healing the conflict. So yes, that you are connected to that general, but it's more of a higher conscious being. It's beyond the Genghis Khan. It's beyond any. It's just basically a mission that many beings did not want, but someone had to do it.
Was there a particular galactic group that was assisting during that time that Genghis Khan is connected with?
Yeah, is Arcturian.
All right,
and
that makes sense.
Well, think of it this way: is like we have all his teachings for humanity, but they don't want to change. So, like any war, you gotta force change it, and you gotta force it into them. Like if it wasn't the case, you'll still be in caves right now. You just the way it is. Some humans would change. Oh, I'm all for change, but most humans, even today, are not in for change, as you know. So that's force. Someone has to bring it in. So it's nice doing a technology and when just flashing a little phone. Even that's hard to create. That's a little bit easier. But when you're here to change, that's another way of changing society. He got the easy job.
Okay.
The rest of you did not have. You slept on the ground. It would have been the rain. You didn't have to do it any. So you paved the way for the future. Look at it that way.
Yeah, I get that feeling. Thank you for I guess I'll just leave it open for my second question. If there's any messages from the universe, anybody that has something relevant for this time at this moment.
Oh yes. Well, yes, there are other. This is a good. It was brought up earlier. There are other worlds that are very difficult. This isn't the only one. You might look at it differently. There might be. Yeah, there are other worlds in your universe that are more difficult. It's just not mentioned very often. Like concentrate on this one. You start looking at that other one, you're just going to go crazy.
Right.
But after a time, that might help people heal. It's like, wow, this is a piece of cake compared to that place. A lot of them are living out, in the rain. A lot of them don't have any. It's like more of an Orwellian reality to the extreme. You have it here, but nowhere near as other planets. So that can give you more of a. Sometimes those things need to be said for you to overcome this world's hardships. Not to lay down and take it, but to make you stronger. Actually. So.
Right. I was getting a feeling while you were talking, saying that at least this world has diversity. It doesn't always stay, that consistent extreme, right?
There are worlds, yes, where it has humans. They're all just one race. That's it. One Caucasian world, and they're not Earths. I mean, it's not other versions of Earth. They're actually other worlds. Some are Asian, and they're just not letting them, diversify. Yes. Expand. So when they come here, they're just all into different races and all. It's like, wow, I've never seen this before. So there's still a lot to learn.
Yep, definitely. Okay, well, thank you for coming in and assisting us with our questions as always. Blessings to you.
Yes, blessings to you all. Blessings. Thanks.
I can do a message.
Sure.
Blessing.
Thank you.
No, thank you so much, Ivan. Thank you, Bobby, and everybody. Really appreciate it. Ikke til security, til sættekahot, som pjøskomistust, kiksuutuken sauntiastu viita, kirukenistita, anistit pierstika twienisti iävartuja, suutsettyydä tän tiedä kuntawau, isto ihanista mi, irwasu, rissikastokassa, kantiisitirtor, katstarissääsön sotirintina, rotussenniksikaravi. We are security out of Torio more. Aratica Adoshotia, Huista Mundu Mato Esixticotorotisia, Endurentitisha, Una Bakika, Canista Yahweh will, and we shall just to Gionto na, Ubicotishu. Thank you.
Thank you for that. All right. Thank you, everyone. Blessings. Have a great night.